Did you know that there is an easy way in Houdini to visualize your animations in a video? Good, because there isn't. I'm making this video partially to help myself in the future to how to actually do this, because I've seen other people struggling with this. So after wasting half of a day trying to figure out what's wrong with it and getting nowhere, I decided to waste the other half of that day to figure out what the hell is actually going on. Here's an explanation. It's very, very simple. Meanwhile, in the background, I already started assembling the scene. I'm just putting together a very simple scene with one camera, with basically just a couple of blocks, a little bit of a physics simulation, and I'm going to render the entire thing out from Karma because it's fast and it's easy and I like Karma. So what every normal and sane human being would do is simply put down a render node, and the output of the render node goes into the FFmpeg plugin, which has an option to receive the frames and combine the frames. If you do that, it's not going to work. The simple explanation is the FFmpeg plugin doesn't allow you to, well, it simply cannot see the USD files that the render node is outputting. For some reason it's outputting USD, I don't understand that part. So it doesn't really matter if you're rendering an EXR, a JPEG or a PNG or anything, it will be handled as a USD file, and you sending that USD file directly to the FFmpeg plugin is never going to work. So what I do, I send the files as JPEGs into the FFmpeg plugin, and that makes it work immediately. Unfortunately, to do that, you need to include one extra step, which is basically compositing the EXR or high quality images down to a JPEG, which you would have to do anyway because the EXR has alpha and the JPEG doesn't, and you will probably want to add some sort of background. But anyway, so that's what you have to do, and once you do that, everything just starts working, honestly. There is one more thing people are suggesting, and that's for you to have the frame list file on the same drive as your project. I usually just simply put it right next to the HIP file and it works. So there is nothing left to do but to hit the render button, watch the time lapse, and grab a cup of anything, really. Oops, I forgot to change the loader timings. You did not see anything. And that's about it. There is one thing that's bothering me, that's the motion blur, but that's a completely unrelated issue. But if you're using SOAP import instead of scene import, it just works.